G'day, it's Michael again. This video's on gear for my Grampians Peak Trail hike that I did in July, the winter in Victoria, Australia, July 2026. So starting with the bag, this is a Mont Helium 600. I'm a cold sleeper, so it was fine. It's rated down to -4, which you probably got to in a couple of the nights. And also I bought an extra, I bought a silk liner, which is in there as well, and I use that on the really cold nights, and that made a difference. But you know, sleeping in my dry gear as well. And then the tent, which I ended up just lashing to the pack because it was mostly wet most mornings from rain or just mist condensation. So it's a Moondance 1, really good. It's got a little space that you can cook, covered space. Forget what the name of that is. And it worked really well. Cooked in the tent quite a few times. Also got a footprint that weighs about 1.5 kilos. The bag weighs about 1 kilo. Then I bought this mat. I had a different Nemo, like a mummy style, but its R rating was quite low, and I had felt the cold on other hikes. So I bought this Tensor Extreme Conditions, a regular, wide, so it was plenty comfy, and didn't feel any cold coming up. So it was a bit exy. I think I paid 380 Australian dollars on special, but that was worth it. That's a winner. A couple of water bowls with measuring scales on them, handy for the dehydrated meals at night. The pack liner, the Osprey pack cover, and then this old banger. This is 30 years old. I bought this in the 90s to do a hike in the Grand Canyon. It was oversized then and probably still remains oversized. It was only a couple of nights down to Phantom Ranch. But it's great. It's really comfy. It weighs 3 kilos, so it's obviously not as light as what you can get now. It comes with this mascot, Ninja mascot. He looked after me. And then, I don't know, the hood section is great. You can fit stacks of stuff in there, and it's also got this little handy hook system in there, so you can attach important things like the PLB and the pack cover. Don't want to lose that in there, so nothing falls out. But the way it's fitted, if stuff falls out, it'd be falling onto the back of your neck as well. So it's really comfy. It's oversized. It's got this so you can shove your jacket in and out of there as you're going along, and I'll probably just keep using it. It's got a lot of sentimental value and it does the job. The kitchen, I bought this bag which contained all my tucker from Aldi. Doesn't weigh anything. Got a rag in there, clean things up. The Jetball stash works well for one person. Always had a spare gas, so one of these small gas bottles goes for about 4 or 5 days the way I was using it. And I break my food up into thirds, so you know, you hike back out to Hall's Gap so you can replenish there after the first northern section, and then I had a food drop with another, food drop plus some extra jocks and socks and gas, and I did that Jimmy's Creek after the central section. Then this is a must. This is my Culinaire. It's as old as the pack, if not older. French press, because I love filter coffee in the morning. But it's great for soups and other things at night time. Cups of tea, Swiss Army knife, spoon, suds and scourer. That's the kitchen. And then we're into the personal stuff. So first aid kit, head torch, PLB plus instructions, power cords. There's USB connections at every walking campground. For the covered shelters are inside. For the uncovered campgrounds, mostly in the central section, they're just undercover near the dunnies, or on the dunnies actually, before you walk into the dunny. So that they all work really great. A bag of knickknacks, nail cutters, whistle, little bits of rope, hockey strap, all that sort of stuff. I use most of that stuff. Just good to have. Toilet paper, my Kobo, a little bit of Murakami on the trail. These wipes were my hygiene system. Just one of these, from top to tail at the end of the day. Feels great and keeps the body reasonably clean. So that they work really well. Maps and toothbrush. So all that. And then that's the dry gear, the jacket and stuff. So all of those contents weigh about 8 kilos, and the pack's 3, just over. So we're talking just over 11 kilos without water or food. With water and food, you're starting off, probably the food's around 2.5 to 3 kilos. Depends how hungry you are. Mine was about 2.5, I reckon. So if you're carrying 2 litres of water as well, that's 4.5 on 11. So it's 15.5 is what you're carrying, or what I was carrying, which was manageable. As I said, I could have saved a heap by getting a lighter pack, but all that was great. Under 15 kilos at its heaviest. So that is the gear. I wouldn't change much, if anything, I think. I don't think. I think I pretty much used everything. So yeah, happy with that. I'll probably get a smaller stuff sack for the tent. Put the poles, there's a little section for it on the pack, and just make that a bit smaller. You can see there's a bit of a repair job where that was getting caught on things, so I just narrow it with a smaller stuff sack, probably like an 8 litre. That's 13 litres, so it's way oversized.